Okay, so today is our last day for our web development workshop, and so today the major topic we are covering is security part, and with security we will be covering hosting of our website. So let's start it. How we can secure and host our website. So first, so today I think okay I have opened the wrong PPT extra. Okay, so the topic we are covering today is only security and Azure, and in security, we will be covering encryption method, and with encryption method, we will be covering form validation. So now we will move on to encryption method and form validations. For that, I have not prepared for any PPT and something. We will just edit our previous code, so that we have made it yesterday. So this is our code, this is our PHP file, and this is our index page. So let's start, and we will go to our Visual Code, close this all, don't save, and remove this 309, remove folder. Okay, so now I think now we will open our new folder, that is day 4. So in day 4 we have only two files, that is PHP file and a HTML file. So we will edit our PHP and HTML file. For that, we will firstly use our first thing, that is form validation. So what is form validation? So for form validation means that we restrict user for a certain type of action, or for a certain type of input. As we can see here, is our server is on localhost. No, our server is off. I have to turn it on. Yeah. So now our localhost is, yeah. So you can see here we will go to our what is the name of that folder? Day 4. Day 4, and inside day 4 index.html. So this is our form. In this form, we have four different fields, and in these four different fields, we will add an email. So for email, the normal syntax for an email is name of that person, then at the rate, and after at the rate, it is the name of that company or the domain, and that .com. So, but basically, this is the normal syntax of a email. And after that email, so we will restrict user for a particular email, or a particular answer from that particular user. So for that, we will go inside our code, and in that code we will find the email part. As we can validate a form on different basis, we can validate a form on for different fields, for different type of inputs. So for that we have to design different patterns. So for that I have designed a pattern for email. So I will just copy this pattern. I have pre-designed this pattern, and now I will also share this pattern with you all. Can anyone type something in chat so that this is disabled? If anyone types something, I have to drop the code there. No questions. Not able to. What's this? So no issues. I will just paste this code here. This is basically the pattern part. So this pattern means that for the word which is before at the rate, means A to Z, which consists of A to Z, some numbers. So this is like this, some number A to Z, then dot or underscore or percentage or plus or minus. So this is the basic pattern we are defining for a user. And then with this we are also allowing the user for at the rate, and after at the rate we are saying that after at the rate it should contain A to Z, 0 to 5, and my dot or minus. So this is the basic syntax of a pattern. And with this, in .com part you can add this on. So this is the basic syntax which restrict user for a certain type of entry. But if we want user to only feed a certain number of characters, like for let's suppose for phone number, we only require 10 digits. So for that, I will go for pattern. Again pattern, and in phone number, control B. So in this, the user is now restricted to only use 6 digits, but for phone number we have 10 digits, so we will restrict the user for 10 digits. So remember this kind of codes, as they are very much required in a company when you work for a firm, where the form is restricted for some employees, or for some survey or some feedback. So for that, this form validation helps a lot. So you have restricted the phone number digits to 10. And now we will save the form and we will move on to our. Okay. So now you can see the phone number will be Kritika Jan. Okay. Can you again explain the pattern for email? Okay, sure. So the pattern for email. Yeah. So the pattern for email defines that the words, that is, let's say, I will type, I am just typing here for your preference. Let's say the email is test@gmail.com. So this is the email. So the content inside this bracket means this part. So here we can use a alphabet from A to Z, numbers from 0 to 9, a dot, a underscore, a percentage sign, or a plus or minus sign, and close. That means this area is closed. After that, with this we have applied plus. That means with this, now only a at the rate can come here. No other character or variable could be take place of this at the rate, as a normal email is in the form of some name, at the rate, and then domain name. So for that we are using like this. So this is the first name, then plus, then at the rate. That means this is the constant. If we can't change this, that means the person cannot change this. And then in after at the rate, this is a to z, 0 to 9, dot, and a minus. So this is the normal pattern for this thing, and this closes here. Okay. And now plus slash dot. So here in this pattern, dot means, dot is for some different purpose. So to define a single dot, we have to use slash dot. That means slash dot means only a single dot. So slash dot, that means this dot. Slash dot means this dot. Slash dot means this small dot. So here plus dot, and after dot it will be A to Z, or numbers, or it will be of only two. It will be of only two digits, or of only three digits. That means only of two character or three characters. So here we can see the user can only use after dot A to Z of two digits or three digits. So we have dot in, dot com, dot co. So for that we only, you can use two or three digits, as it is restricted for some particular company. As some company have their domain with dot co, dot in. Some companies have suppose a college. Suppose there is a email ID of IIT. So it will be like name of that person, name, that means f name dot l name at the rate iitbhu.edu.in. So this is the normal domain name of a institute. So it can have a dot for, so for that we can add this again. Understand? So for this domain we can add this one more time for this dot in part. But in our case we don't require dot in for extra, so we are not adding this. So this is the major reason validations is used for. As suppose this form is only designed for Google or for Gmail, we only accept emails from Yahoo or Gmail. So we, if we don't require this type of double domain emails, or so we will restrict this by using this type of patterns. Likewise, we use pattern dot curly brackets 10 comma and then curly brackets, and we are only accepting one thing. That means the phone number should only be of 10 digits. So to restrict user for only 10 digits, we are using this 10. But here we are saying that it can be of 2 or it can be of 3, both. So here we have used 2 comma 3 and here only 10. So this is the difference. And now you can use here in email. If suppose I type here Atharv at the rate gsmail.com, submit. So here you can see, please match the required format. So that means this is not matching that required format. So I have to change according to my company. Okay. So that means we have successfully done our form validation. We have validated a form. I have only validated a particular field, a particular mail part. But you can validate for your phone number. You can validate it for your different things, like for phone number you can also validate, like you can only accept Indian numbers, that is with +91. You can only accept numbers for US region, so for that you have +1. You only accept number for Dubai region, for that there is +97. So there are different validations method you can use for your code. And now we will move on to our next thing, that is security part. So in security, message, I got it. Okay, done. Now we have done with pattern, and after pattern, we will go to a little bit of higher, that is encryptions. So basic, how many of you know about encryption and encryptions? You can unmute your mic, as today is our last day, so we can interact with each other. I think if not possible, then no issues. You can type it. So okay, that means you don't know about encryption and de-encryptions. So I will tell you about encryption and de-encryption. So for that, let's go to Google. So there are various encryption techniques. So let's see how many type of encryption technique we have. Types of MD encryption. So we have a MD5 encryption. So basically MD5 encryption, for MD5 encryption, it is a 128-bit encryption size. We have different encryptions like MD2, MD4, MD5, MD6, but basically commonly we use MD5 encryption technique because as it is well known, and it also has more security measures as compared to other, so we use MD5 encryption method. So as I have told you yesterday in our MySQL part, that the size of database, the size of the size of the characters in your database should be double or three times that of the incoming data should be. So if the size of the data, if the variable we are accepting is of the length, suppose five characters, and our database is also of 10 characters, then the main uh, then the main problem is that when we encrypt that data, then the data which encrypts on PHP file, and then the PHP file sends that data to the database, and database only accepts 6 digits or 7 digits. Then the value will become garbage value, and that garbage value will be dumped, and it is of no use, and the data will be vanished. So that's the reason I have told you to make the database make the size of the character of the database to be double or triple. So for that, we will be I will be going to give an example. So let's have an example: encryption of MD5. So here our MD5 encryption. So basically MD5 encryption encrypt your data into some digital code, and the meaning of MD is our message digester. So MD means message digester, and file is the type or it is the technique. So message digesting 5, message digesting 2, message digesting 3 or 6. So we have different message digesting process. Yeah, who wants to speak? I've just gotten uh, alert for that. Any doubt? If anyone want to speak, then okay, I think he has leave. So no issues. So now we have MD5. So in MD5, it is a message digesting algorithm. So for that, let's have an example. So I will digest a small message. Let's digest the word encryption. So let's copy this and paste it here. So let's digest it, and the code we get for encryption is this. That means the message, the we have made a code of that word encryption. So what was the length of that word? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the length of this word is 10 digits, sorry, 10 characters. And here you can count the length of the word. It is definitely more than 10. So if you restrict your database for around 10 to 14 or 15 words, then it is really impossible for your data to come inside your database, as you cannot fit a big Volvo bus in a small garage. So this is the difference. This because of this, I suggest you to always have the size of your data be always the size of your database for 3 or 4 times as your that of field. So we will use this encryption method. So now I will give you example how you can use this encryption method. So for that, let's create a new file in the same folder, in day 4 folder, and today's date day 5. So no issue. So we will go for day 5, da5 5.php, and save. So now our file has been saved. So now I will make a normal PHP file with the basic syntax, and now you can see for this we will use a character. We will use a where is that? So now here we can define a character. So var, that means variable. The variable would be, what can be the variable? It can be a function. If you can see tion function, no function, as it is already a thing in this. So stream. So and close. So you can see, and okay, we have just forgotten this double colons. Done. So you can see here, and after this we will echo this in MD5. So for that MD5, and inside it, no, this not this. In MD5 we will define for which character, for which variable we want to encrypt this in MD5. So we will encrypt this var and close. And just let's have a look. Yeah. So what was the name? Day 5. Day5.php. So day5.php. We will done. Oh shit. What's happened? Day5.php enter. So here you can see this stream has been changed to a code, which is two times of that stream and even more than that. So this difference came when you use MD5. So MD5 is a basically encryption method which restrict a unknown source or unauthorized access to access your passwords. Let me give you an example how you can design this and how you can use MD5 encryptions. So for that I have to find where is my that PPT part. Okay, so here is my PPT, and in PPT part, I will just add a new slide, and I will use this slide as my blackboard. So where is that pen? Right there. So now, let's suppose this is no, I have some. Okay, let's suppose this is our field. This is a common field for password. So here you can see a password field that is P. Inside this P, I am providing. Uh, if suppose users came and user types his password here, and this password will go to PHP file. Don't go with my handwriting as it is coming really bad. So it will go into PHP, and inside that PHP, then PHP file will convert this password to MD5. So it will just convert it and save it to that PHP file only. And before throwing that data to the database, this PHP file will again encrypt it in MD5. So you can use this in your projects or something. So because of which this is also a type of security measure you can use as a that PHP or a backend developer. You can use this encryption method as you have encrypted in a message or a password one time in MD5 and store it in PHP. After that, again you have encrypted this in MD5, and then you throw this MD5 to your database. And now this MD5 is stored in our database. So this means, suppose the password is password. Okay. So this is our password, and a user puts this password, and PHP file will convert this password to some random code, and this random code will again go to the same will run into the same PHP file, and then again the random code will change into some random code, and then that random code will be saved in the database. So because of this, if our database has been hacked, then also our data is not leaked, and if our data can get leaked, then also our password is safe, as no one know which encryption method we have used, how many times we have used that particular encryption method, how many some developer also use firstly they encrypt in MD5 and then again they encrypt in MD2 or MD6 or MD4 something. So it is really difficult for a normal being or normal person to identify without going through that code to find out which encryption method the coder has used. So let's take an example that I am a coder in a particular company. I have used this method, double MD5 method, and saved all the password inside a database. And some naughty mind employee of my company, he also has the admin access, and he doesn't know about that double encryption. And now if he get all the username and passwords, then also he cannot do anything with that account, as we have used double encryption. As I can also give you the example for double encryption, as here we can go. So this is our encryption for this word encryption. We will copy this code, paste it here, and now again we encrypt it. So the encryption for this is now this. And now if you want to de-encrypt it, so let's find a de-encryptor. Where is our de-encryptor? Yeah, so here's our de-encryptor. If you first de-encrypt this, so here it found this. And now let's say we will go to another website. So we are going to another website, and there it is, de-encryptor. Where is the de? So here we have de-encryptor. It's not description, it's de-encryptor. So here we have our de-encryptor, and we can de-encrypt our code, decode. So it will show, I think, error. What's happening? So here this is the encryption. That means we have double encrypted our code. First we encrypt encryption to a code, then the encryption is encrypted into some code, and then we have used double encryption method here. So because of this, you can strengthen your security measures of a database or for a company, which will be beneficial for both you and your company. So this is the basic method for our encryption. And this encryption ended. So this here we had our encryption part. So if you have any doubts for encryption part, you can ask it. Then we will move to our hosting part. And I have also not covered many things, many security measures, which will be covering, which I will be covering in a paid course. That is, I will start that paid course on 15th this month only, and it will be of 2 weeks. So in that 2 week, we will be covering whole website development again, but with more time. And because of that more time, we can have all the things covered inside that particular time frame. With this, all these encryption methods, all the security measures, we will covering everything in that span of 2 weeks. So I have something planned for you all. If you want to join that, we also have something really surprising that I will tell you in the at the end of this session. So before that, I will be covering our hosting part. If you don't have any kind of doubts, then we will move ahead. Just if you don't have any doubts, then you can write no. And if you have, you can unmute or directly ask the doubt. No? Okay, done. So now we will move on to our hosting part. So I will tell you about hosting, and it is also, I think, gift for you all. As I am Microsoft Student Ambassador, so I am also have to and I should provide you some gifts. So for that, I will be giving you a small lead, that Microsoft also give some student credit points to all the students for some research purpose or some testing purpose. So you can utilize that research points. That is, the research points are $100. You can utilize that $100 as your Azure points. So you can use that Azure cloud as for 100 credit points. So for that, you just have to go to Google, type Azure for student, and here you come with this website, and try Azure for student today, for free today, and get 100 credit and free developer tool. So here you can start here without a credit card. You just have to provide your college ID, that the college domain ID which you have, with your roll numbers. Like if you have with your names, then it will be great. And if you don't have that with your name, you can also have that ID with your roll numbers. So you can enroll with that only with here. With this, you will be getting free access to Visual Studio Code with machine learning AI modules. and SQL Server, this the latest one, which is 2019. Then Linux virtual machine for 750 hours, SQL database with 250 GBs, and Azure App Server for 10 app server. You can host a 10 app server. I will tell you about this app server when we host our website. With this Azure function for 1 million requests per month, you can generate 1 million requests per month to your website or to your application for just testing purposes. With this, you will also getting 8,000 message per day IoT hub. So if you are testing a application, if you are testing a mobile application, for that you have that OTP process. So they are also giving you 8,000 message per day for your testing. And with this, they are also giving you face recognized AI and machine learning uh, algorithm, full algorithm for 30,000 transaction. That means 30,000 time you can use that algorithm. So these are the these are the things you will be getting for 12 months. And you will also getting $100. In this $100, you have all these things. This is completely free. Just sign up with your account, with your student account. That is your the account which is given by your university or your college. Okay. So now we will move on to our Azure part. So when you get that and when you proceed to your Azure, so this is the portal. This is the look of the portal of your Azure. And but be careful for one thing, that as you are all students and I'm also student, and we only get $100. So always try to manipulate the bill. So here in Azure, they generate a bill for that. It is just like our prepaid phones. So the amount for which we have charged, then for that time the process will work, and if the charge is finished, then the process will automatically stop. So this is like just like a phone. So here you can check. So here I have 9,344 credit left remaining for Visual Studio. As I am ambassador, so I get a little more. So I have a little more points than normal. So now here are the resource groups. Resource group basically means that all the processes in a single group. So all the processes are grouped in a single pack. Now, suppose you are running a virtual machine, and with that virtual machine you are also running a IoT server. So to group that the both this virtual machine and IoT server, you will use a resource group. Similarly, if you are using an app service, and with this app service you also using a virtual directory or a subscription or anything, or uh, virtual machines, or there are bunch of things. There are more than 20. I think there are more than 275. I There are more than 275 resources in particular Azure. You can find your WordPress, you can find your Dart, you can find virtual machines, you can find different resource group, you can find app services. So you can also go here in marketplace, and in marketplace you can find anything for a server which you need for your server. Like you can find MongoDB. You can here you can see your Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Windows Server, SQL Server, Virtual Machine Set, IoT Central Hub, IoT Hub. So you can find anything for your testing. You can even see your free trials. So yeah, this is Docker virtual network. So you will find everything, anything on this Microsoft Azure. And now I will just go to our app service, as we have to host our website. So I'm going to our app service, but before that let me check for one thing. Here is that resource group, and in that resource group, no, not in that resource group, but in here activity log and over. Okay. So here, firstly we will go to app services, and in app services there are two all services that is created by me. That is first is Atharv Tiwari, that is for my website which is live at present also. You can visit it. You can be in my you can contact me with this website only if you want to contact for any reasons. uh, so here we have to create a resource group. Firstly, you have to create a resource group. So for that, I don't have to save anything in already presenting resource group. I will create a new one. So for that new one, let's give a name to this resource group. That name will be day 5. 60, not 65, it will be 5. Day 5, and okay. So now we have created the resource group, and here you can see this name means the domain. So the domain will be the name of your web application, and azure website.net. Okay, so it will be like this. The name will be day 5. So it will be the name of our website, which will be day5.azurewebsites.net. We will add a Docker container and change the operating system to Windows. Because of this, we can add our pre-made HTML or SQL or all type of files, that is CSS, JavaScript file, font files in by dragging and dropping. But if we choose Linux, so because of Linux, it is really difficult to copy the particular code, then create a file with the help of Bash or Shell. So here we will choose Windows and Docker. In after that, we have to choose region. So I will as US Central is most preferred region. So we will select US Central US, and with this we don't have to change this Windows plan. And now we can go for our SKU size. So basically for SKU size, it is premium V3 P1 V3, and it is of 8 GB of memory and 195 minimum. So it is our SKU size. And after that, we will move to Docker. We don't have to change anything in this, as these are all are presetted. Just have a look for your knowledge that what is written here, and what you can do with this all. After that, we will move to our final step, that is web app. So here it is validating. It will check all which we have selected. It will check the domain name, that is the availability of that particular domain name. It will check the app service plan. It will check everything by itself, and then here is our whole data which we have uh, setted, and then we will create. After creating, it will require around 5 to 10 minutes to for the deployment process, depending on the processor you have selected, or depending on the RAM or the storage you have selected. As we are hosting this on a cloud, that means all the data will be go to a data server and to the database, which is in, I think we have selected US Central US. So it will store in the region of US Central, and then so now we will create our and initializing deployment, submitting deployment, and now it will take some time to deploy the app service. So here you can see our app is in the deploying process. It may require some time. So in the meantime, if you have some questions regarding Azure or anything regarding uh, our Azure or web development, then you can ask. Okay, so now we have deployed, so done. So here you can see the resource group and app service. Both have been created. And in resource group, we just have to go to resource group, and we can see here the data. So here you can see the resource group name is day 5. It is running Central US, subscription name, and all the data is here. There is no data in, data out, HTTP, and nothing is here. And we will also have we'll also get a domain. and I think it may require some time for this domain. So let's leave it for at least 2 minutes for our domain. That is, our domain is day5 dot azurenet azurewebsite.net. So firstly, let's add our website. So where is our website? Let me find day 4, day 5, day 4. So here is our website. This was our PHP and this is our HTML. As we have created this HTML, so this form is our HTML form. So now we will open on this. So here we have to go to. You can even monitor your activity log. You can access IAM control. So basically, IAM control are the controls given to a bunch of people for that particular action. That means uh, on a website on a website there are more than 4 to 5 people who are working on a particular website. So there are various type of controls given to that different peoples, and we can manage, and we can assign roles, and we can also give controls or take controls from someone with the help of this IAM panel. So we can add or assign role here. We can see here that view access or to this, we can assign view role, viewership roles, we can assign editing roles, we can assign only viewing role or only read only rules. So there are various rules we can assign. We can assign some rules for only particular part. So with this IAM control, the admin can assign rules to different employees for their organization. Then we have this tags, then diagnose and solve problem, then security part. If our website has been attacked by a DDoS attack or different type of attacks, then we can monitor or we can check the security alerts. We can go with events, events, deployment credentials. So basically, these deployment credentials are the credentials which are given by a domain server, DNS server. So what is a DNS server? So DNS server basically is a server, or it is a name given to a computer. Like I have a name, Atharv Tiwari. So Atharv Tiwari is only known by me, and likewise, computer has names. So with the help of DNS, we convert that IP address to a particular domain. So this FTP, deployment name, password, and confirm password. So because of this, we can redirect our website to a particular domain. So this means a DNS, deployment credentials. So if we have a paid domain with us, as I have my domain of my personal website, it is a paid domain, and with paid domain, I just redirect my website to that paid domain. So for that, I use this deployment credentials. After this, we will just go to our advanced tools, and in advanced tool I will move on to go. Here you can see this go button, and then register again, sign in with the account which you are using, and here you can see this console. So basically in this console, you have to add your files. So as you can see here, ssh, you will add your files which are going to be, oh sorry, I think I have made something wrong. I have to go to console. Sorry, not in SSH. I have to go in console. And here you can see site. You have to go to site. You have to go to www. And here you can see this hosting start.html. You can go to day5 dot azure dot. Okay, I think I have entered a wrong URL. So let me check the URL. Day5 as your websites. Okay, it is websites. S, I've just missed the S. So here is our, on our website there is a page of this Azure. You can find this page here. Just remove this page, add your page. No, not in this folder. Yeah, index, in this index folder. Just drag and drop here, and here you can see the index. So it may require some time to update this. As this is a cloud server, it may require some time to update this website. You can go to site www index. Here is your index file. It will take some time for about 15 to 20 minutes to update this site, and the page which was like this, where is the page, which is this page, it will be shown on this particular domain. So this is the basics which you can use to host a website on a paid domain. But if you want to just test your website on a paid domain, then you can also use it for a on a free server or a free hosting. So for free hosting, the domain should is also for like this only. That is subdomain. The subdomain is added by that company. So for that purpose, for only for testing purpose, you can go to 000webhost.com. So this website is basically sponsored by our this hosting. So go to sign in. The sign in, it will give you a domain, and that is also part of subdomain. The subdomain will be 000websites.com or .in. So that is the subdomain of that website, and 000webhost gives only a single domain to you for testing with some restrictions on speed and on data in and out. If you have any doubt, then you can ask, and I will share a link for certificates in the last. So wait for that, and with that certificate, you will receive the certificate by, I think, before Friday. So just wait for that certificate, and with certificate, I will also provide you the code, the link of the drive in which all of this file and all this code has been saved, so you can access it from that drive, and you can use for your practice. Why it is not opening? What happened? Sign in. So here you can see. So this is my website. As 000 webhost only gives a single website for a web testing purpose. So here you can see my website. I will go to manage website, and in this manage website, manage website, I will go directed to a dashboard. So this is my dashboard for my website. My website is live here. So this website is for my college. This is my college website which I was testing earlier on this domain. So here you can see this website was completely made by me, and so this here I test my website. My most of the websites are been tested here only. So now you can see with this you can make your website with website builder. It is just drag and drop thing you can use to develop a website. After that, you can use a WordPress part also. You can install a WordPress plugin on this website and use it, and or you can use this file manager. So inside this file manager, you have to upload the files of that domain, or sorry, or for that website, which we have created that HTML file, CSS file. So you have to upload all the file here. So here you can see you have to go to public HTML. So on most of the server and most of the hosting panels, there are two type of folder: public HTML and www root, triple W root. So all the content of websites will be stored in this www root or this public HTML folders. So always remember this. So here you can see all the data which I have stored for my website is contained in this public HTML folder. So this is the free server and free domain you can use for just for testing purpose. You cannot pursue this as its domain look like picture this is the name which I have given to this website, pitchup2k21, and with this subdomain, that is 000webhostapp.com, and with this mark. So as no one no one want that their website should look like this. So this is also, is only for your testing purpose. And if you want to host your website, then go to Azure, host it for $100, and then use it till your first billing cycle. So utilize your $100 accordingly. And now, as today's topic is finished, we have covered our security part with encryption and our validation part. And we have also covered Azure. I have given you a briefing of Azure, how Azure look, how Azure work, what are the possibilities of Azure you can work with. Even you can work with Azure on ML and IoT. So these are, so as this is the end of our workshop, and now I will share the link for certificates. And beforehand, I will also announce something for you all, as I am also launching my course that will be live on Zujo from 15th of September. It will be live an interactive course. You can come join us, and it will be an interactive course. You can communicate and you can discuss there. We will be having like for 2 weeks we will be having a lab session. Basically all the sessions will be lab session only. You can share the screen, I can share my screen. So this is the like we can discuss or solve certain problems. And with this we will cover all the part of web development in that course only. And I was thinking about to launch a free bootstrap studio course. So to if you require some 2 days to make a HTML site, so with the help of bootstrap you can make a website in just 4 to 5 hours. So I was thinking to launch a course on bootstrap studio also. So if you want, then I can. So for that, we can have a poll for that. So for poll, you can follow me on Instagram. I will arrange a poll, and then as the poll goes up or down, we will launch a course, and that course will also be interactive course part. Similarly, that but I think that course will be for free, and that website development course is paid. So if you want, then you can join that. And one more thing, that the website development course is the golden key for our upcoming competition and hackathon. So if you join our website development course, then we are also having a national level competition, national wide competition. So yeah, if you are interested, if you want to interact with, if you want to expand your network, and if you want to test your skills, then you can come there. You can have some difficult problems, or you can have some projects and submit them projects. We will give you some topics, we will give you a dummy website, and you have to create that type of website. And after that we will select top threes for and that three will get some rewards. The reward could be anything, any, it will be some big thing for sure. And for top 10 performers, we will we will provide some certificates. And for all the participants, will we provide some certificates for them also. If you think that you can excel your website development skill, and if you want to excel your website development skill, then you can join that course. I'm always there to help you. And with this I end the internship here, I end the workshop here. So if you want to reach me anywhere, you can just visit my website, you can visit my Instagram, you can visit my Twitter. And with here, as also instructor of web development, I am also a cybersecurity researcher, as I'm also ambassador with Gurugram Cyber Police. So if you face any type of cyber crime, if you face any kind of cyber fraud, then you can contact me. I will try to help you out. So if you face anything regarding cyber, if you face anything, if you want any type of guidance regarding cyber crime or cyber, if you a career in cyber security, or if you want any type of help, so then feel free to contact me on my Instagram or from my website. I'm free to all. I am accessible to all with my website. So there are various people who are connected with me, and we are working on certain projects to reduce our cybercrime. So because of that initiative for reducing cybercrime in India, I with Zujo, we are arranging a webinar on cyber awareness on this 9th of September. So if you are interested in some cybery things or some criminal mindset, and how you can manipulate that type of things, so you can definitely join us on 9th of September. And all the information about that, we will provide all the information in our groups and also on social media. For I will provide information from my end also. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram. So there I post all the information which is required for you all for excel in cybersecurity domain or website web development domain. And you can also access this webinar from our Zujo links. And it will be on 9th. Please note the date. If you want, you can also take your parents with us, and webinar will be for all ages. There is no restriction for anyone. Anyone can join the webinar. And in this webinar, I will tell you something about how cybercrime take place, and if you are a victim of that cybercrime, then how you can report or file a complaint, and how uh, you can use your phone, or how you can gather the details, or how you can gather your cyber footprints basically. So to gather cyber footprints, there are certain techniques. If you face some crime, a cyber crime, so if you face a financial fraud and then you went to police station, so then police will then, not help you. Basically, you face a cyber crime, so you have to go to cyber police station, or beforehand you have to call to a number which is worldwide for financial frauds, and you even don't know about that number. So I will tell you all the details about how you can be aware of that cybercrime thing, and how you can be safe from that cybercrime thing. I'm also with that. I'm also cyber that ransomware researcher. I also research about ransomwares and different type of viruses. So if you want any kind of help with ransomware, then you can also contact me. And I also own a page on Instagram. If you want, then you can follow it. Yeah. So this is my page. That is CyberMate. So here you will get a daily dose of cyber awareness or cyber alerts, scam alerts. So here are the daily dose, different type of scams, different. So here is the helpline number for financial crime. That is 155 260. Here are all the sections which you can use in a cyber crime. So if you are able to join that 9th webinar, then it will be really beneficial, and that is free of cost, no charges for that. And just also bring your parents, as in our today's lifestyle, it's really important to be safe from this type of cyber crimes. So with this, I end our session, and thank you for your presence here. It's really great to have you all here, and I am really grateful to you all. So here I am sharing the link for our form. You can go to this form, fill it, and your certificate will be on the way to your email by or before Friday. So here's the link. You can access this link and fill the form. So it also have a feedback form attached with this form only. So just give some feedback, and please don't give a bad feedback about me. So thanks for joining this session. Thank you all, and beware of cyber crimes and just code. Thank you. Now you all can leave, and thanks a lot. It is not accessible. Okay, why it is not accessible? Wait a second. Now is it accessible? As you cannot click on this link on your phone. You have to click on this link. You have to copy this link basically, and then you will redirect it to a particular link, to a particular form basically. So it will only work on your laptop. You can't able to copy it. Okay, okay, you're not also copying. Uh, no issues. If it is possible, then drop your email here. I will directly mail this link to you, and you can also give feedback, and uh, we will provide you the certificate. If it is possible, then drop your mail here. Okay. So thank you. I will copy your mail, and I have also taken the screenshot. So done. So I've copied for Kritika, and I have also copied for Pallavi. Thank you, Nandini Verma. Okay. Any any other? I've copied all the three. That is first for Kritika, then Pallavi, and then Nandini. So I've copied all the mails, and will definitely mail you the link for this form. And thank you for joining. And now you all can leave. Thanks a lot. If you want, you can share your experience by unmuting. It will be great if you share your experience with me.
So today's lecture was so lengthy, so we can't able to grab all the knowledge.
No, actually, I want to give all the knowledge that I have. So,
Actually, I recently completed my first year, so I was not able to accept all, and I can't be able to understand.
even I am also in second year at present.
Oh,
So, I'm not that much senior.
sorry, I don't know that, but I don't know all about that stuff. So
Okay, no, you get to know.
okay,
Just explore things, and just explore new domains basically, and try to work on more professional half. So if you work on a professional half, then it will be great for your both career and your education both.
okay, nice workshop. It was very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you, and thank you Nandini for sorry, thank you Kritika for your feedback.